welcome to the makeup chair. Today we are doing a look that's inspired by, it was requested as well, but it's inspired by Vampire Diaries. This is a look kind of similar to the ones that Elena wears. So I thought I would show you guys how you can do it in kind of normal and then vamp it up a little bit more by adding a little bit more extra liner. So if you're interested in that, then just keep watching. So we're going to get started in the look. I'm using the e.l.f. Beauty Encyclopedia eyes. I think this is called Neutralize or something. I can never quite remember, and I don't think it's written anywhere, but it's the one with all the browns and stuff, and you can do smoky eyes with this palette as well. This is what it looks like in the inside. We're going to be taking the darker cream one. You have two cream ones in this as well, and you also have a brush and an eyeliner, which is I have taken out, but I'm going to take the cream kind of brown. This is kind of a golden brown, this is like a creamy brown, and we're going to take these four colors then, these ones right here. So let's get started. This camera is really annoying because it shows up everything. Like if I make the tiniest mistake, it will show it up. But anyway, we're going to carry on. So I'm going to first of all take a little primer. This is the Artdeco eyeshadow primer. It's not the most amazing one that I have, but I can't find my e.l.f. one. So I'm just going to use this one. So we're just going to apply this all over the lid. Usually I start with this eye, so I'm going to keep making mistakes because I keep going to go over that eye. But anyway, the opposite eye. So I'm just placing this all over, and I'm just going to pat it in because it goes a little bit sticky, so I kind of going to pat it in like this. You can use a pressed powder if you want, if you don't want to use a primer. That's just a different way of doing it. Then we're going to take the cream base that's in this palette, so it looks like that. It's kind of a metallic-y brown kind of shade. We're going to take a little bit of that over the lid. I'm just going to apply a small amount at a time because what I don't want is it to be kind of sticky and gooey and for the whole lid to stick together. So just apply a small amount, and that's all you really need of this. So we're going to start off with the lightest shade that's in here, which is this one right here. I'm going to take this onto a flat brush. I really like using flat brushes. If you have a concealer brush, you can use that as well. And we're going to pat this in the inner part of the lid like this. Now you don't have to use shimmery shades, like this has a lot of glitter in this one. You can use matte if you want to as well. Now I'm going to take the second color, that one right here, take it onto the same brush, just going to pat it on the outer bit, so it's the outer third of the eye. You can use this into the crease also, so you're just pushing upwards, working into the crease. And you can keep your eyes open and it'll actually make sure that you create the right shape. And you don't want to come out like outside this part of the eye, so if you have your brush alongside the nose and your eye, all this back here should be clear. Now we're going to move on to the next shade, which is that one. We're going to start this on the outer part of the lid, like this, the outer third. And see, I'm just tapping it very, very slowly. I don't want it to go like all over my cheek or anything, so just pat it in like this. Kind of disperse the shade so it doesn't kind of go crazy. Work this just slightly upwards again into the crease to create more of a depth of this look. I am going to change over to a fluffy brush, but this is kind of a staple to any look. Using a nice fluffy brush just to blend it. And then you can blend it quite well and then just blend it up towards the brow. You're going to take that dark shade, which is kind of quite a dark brown. You only need a very small amount of this, seriously, it's just a very tiny, tiny amount. We're going to push this on the outer part of the lid. This isn't totally necessary, but you know, it'll give it that extra kind of kick. I'm going to take my fluffy brush and very gently, because we haven't really dispersed it too much, I'm just going to blend it so it's not too harsh. Now that's it for eyeshadow. We're going to move on to liner. I'm going to take a pencil liner, no liquid liner, pencil liner like this. You could take a liquid liner if you wanted to. I just prefer using these. And you can take a little bit of this onto the tip of your flat brush like this. Or you could take a matte kind of black shadow, but this is kind of the way that your brush should look. You want to start right at the end of the lashes, so right at the root right here. You can just wiggle it a little bit like this just to get it going. And then you just want to bring it out like that. So you're creating kind of a wedge shape at the end of the eye, so you're like going upwards. And you're working this right into the crease as well. So just very slowly work it into like a V shape on the outer part of the eye. And this is going to darken our lashes so that they look a little bit thicker. I'm going to take the same thing again onto the brush, like this, back and forth. So working it like this, and then work it inwards. And that's what's going to get that kind of smoky look. So it's not going to look too harsh, it's just going to be nice and smoky. Going to take that black liner again. Now this is where you could stop and add your mascara and you're pretty much done. But if you want to smoke it and make it look a little bit darker, and if you want to kind of define your eyes a little bit more, take your liner and do the waterline. And then close your eyes and do the upper waterline so you have all the way along like this. Now you're going to add your mascara. So curl your eyelashes. Now you can heat up your eyelash curler if it's a metal one. Heat it up and then you'll get like a really long lasting curl. Now you can do the steps outwards, which is where you take like a few pumps here, move out, and a few pumps here, but I actually prefer to get it right to the root instead. Okay, so we're going to work on the rest of the face. I have taken a kind of matte bronzer. Using my little brush. I actually found out where I got this from. Just remembered. Got it in Target. It's this Sonia Cashew or something. But yeah, I couldn't figure out, and everybody was asking me where I got the white brush from that I use all the time. It's like the cheapest brush that I own and I love it so much. So I'm going to work this onto my cheekbones like this, and this is just going to add a little bit of a shape to the face, as well as adding that nice kind of glow that she has. She has kind of a bronzy glow all the time. So we are going to add a little bit of this. And I'm kind of going underneath the cheekbones but also slightly on them, just to create more of a bronzy look. I also take this onto the top of my forehead. The reason I'm taking it up there is because she has quite a short forehead. Well, it's fairly short, and it's also quite brown and bronzy. So I want to take this up here to shorten my forehead and give it a little bit more of a bronzy look too. I can also take this right underneath here. Just gonna make your face look a little bit more shaped. To add that nice soft glow, I'm going to take Catrice palette. This is multicolor in rouge. It looks like this. Now what I will say is you can pretty much buy anything that's similar to this in so many places. A lot of the brands have it, just a swirl of different colors. I'm going to take a little bit of a swirl of that and just apply this over the cheeks. And because we already have that bronzer on, the matte bronzer, it's going to make sure that this doesn't look too intense because it's quite shimmery, quite glowy, but it's just going to look a lot softer. On the lips, all I've done is taken Rimmel's Seduce, which is just a kind of a nudie, pinkish, brownish kind of shade. Excuse my messy room, it looks really messy right now. So yeah, that's the finished look. So I really hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, you can let me know. You can let me know here, you can let me know on Formspring, or you can add me on Facebook. So yeah, really hope you enjoy this. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!